So today on Gold Key Farms, I'm out here in my cornfield. I'm out in the headland area, showing you a little bit of the corn that is severely drought stricken. So when people think that Minnesota's got a great corn crop or we've got a great corn crop all over, that's not true. So let's show you some of this crop. All right, so if you notice, this, well, it's hard for you probably to see this, but it's not even a little over waist high. That's all this is right here. This will have literally nothing in it at the end of the day. A little nub there if it's possible. There's going to be some plants right in this area that have absolutely nothing. But I will tell you that corn this year, it's can be a bit of a tale of two cities, or tale of two towns, two cities, whatever it is. Let's walk forward into some other corn that's a little bit bigger that's out of this corner. So as we go through this, now the corn is at least kind of head high here. Here we'll get a little knob of something. I mean, like this plant right here, that little ear right there, that won't be bad. That's a 120 bushel ear. Now let's go into some of the bigger stuff. Now we're getting into a better area of the field. And yes, you're going through the corn. But you can look in here too. They're just not the greatest. I mean, they're small ears. They're going to be little nubs that are, not going to yield a lot. When they should be yielding 235, 240 bushel. This field that I'm in actually happens to be the field that I had the highest yield on ever as a field average, where I had a farm average on here, or field average on this place of 235. So now we're into the best part probably of the cornfield. And so as we walk in here, I'll show you these ears. They don't look so bad. They don't look great, but they're reasonable. They're acceptable. I mean, that's not a bad ear. This isn't a bad ear. This is not a bad ear here. This won't be a bad ear. He's still working on pollinating because he doesn't have even brown silks yet. But why don't we do this? Why don't we take one of these ears? Why don't we take one of these that's kind of mid-pollination? Let's go over a row and let's think about... Now, I never want to take the best ear when I do this. So let's just take this guy. Well, he's really kind of bad. He's not probably average. But let's say this guy's average, okay? Let's say he's average right here. So we'll take him. Say that he's average. And I'm going to take it and peel it apart here real quick. So I don't know if I can do this. Probably can't do this with one hand. This is where I need a camera person to actually go and do the camera angles. So, but hold on. Let's look at some corn here real quick while I take this apart. So as you look down the aisle or down the row, you can see that we're quite stressed out. It's brown. The leaves are burnt up halfway up the crop. That's because this field is just... It hasn't had a lot of rain, just like some of my other fields. But so this is one of the driest fields that I've got. But we've almost got this cob exposed now. He's not going to look the prettiest because I'm having to do it one hand and use my elbows and arms. But look at that. I mean, this is quite interesting. And I'll put it for contrast. Let's put it against something in the back that we can kind of look at and measure out. Okay, so here's the cob. I'm going to guess that counting around, he's at least 16 around, maybe 18. And it is at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. And this is where it starts to get a little sketchy. But if I can count around him now real quick, It might be difficult to do, but let's just try that one-handed. Sometimes it's always hard to do. We'll take this little indent spot right here, and we'll count these first ones as 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So it is 16. So, you know, there's going to be a bunch of this type corn in this field. So this kind of corn, 16 by 30 times 37,000 plants, that should give me around a 200 bushel yield in these areas, but there's going to be other areas much lower. So, you know, this field one time did 200, and like I said, 200 and was it actually 235? No, it was 243 bushel that year to the acre. Not going to do that this year, but that's just a little update today, crop-wise, on Gold Key Farms of what the corn is doing. So go DeKalb, because this is DeKalb corn.